Kelly Clarkson and John Legend, two unexpected karaoke performers who appeared at New York's Baby Grand Alias on Thursday night, would undoubtedly flip our red chairs around for them. Billboard was present when the two pop artists, who will be returning as coaches alongside Adam Levine on The Voice, Battle of Champions on Monday, made an appearance at the NYC Karaoke Club for some spontaneous performances with comedian and social media star Drusky. Drusky began by requesting a rendition of Journey's sing-along classic, Don't Stop Believin', at the opening and getting it performed by the final chorus. Legend followed, addressing Snoop Dogg's Drop It Like It's Hot, before declaring to the audience that I only rap when I do karaoke. Lastly, Clarkson sang Gloria Gaynor's karaoke classic, I Will Survive, doing what she does best, which is to sing other people's songs as well as, and frequently even better than, the originals. Billboard even had the opportunity to request. The trio sang Bonnie Tyler's 1983 single, Total Eclipse of the Heart, which peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 4 weeks, when Clarkson requested for some decent karaoke tunes. For a shout-along finish, the group finally joined together for Clarkson's 2005 Hot 100 No. 2 single, Since You Been Gone. Clarkson, Legend, and Levine will be on The Voice, Battle of Champions next week. In order to determine the winner, the coaches will invite back some of their favorite champions from the previous 28 seasons of the NBC reality singing competition. NBC will air the season debut on Monday at 9 p.m. ET. The coaches for this season are interviewed above, discussing Clarkson's victorious comeback to The Voice and why Jordan Smith, who has achieved success on Billboard's Christian charts since winning season 9, will be difficult to defeat because New York City thrives on unexpected moments. On any given night, a modest cafe may have a spontaneous poetry reading that has strangers cheering together, while a tube musician may perform to the acclaim of a sold-out arena. However, few people anticipated that two of the most well-known voices in contemporary music would stroll into a local karaoke bar and transform an average evening into a memory that would spread on social media in a matter of hours, even in a city that is famed for its surprises. But that's precisely what happened when Kelly Clarkson and John Legend decided to have an impromptu karaoke session in the middle of Manhattan to get ready for the next season of The Voice. This weeknight started out just like any other. The city was alive with its typical cadence. Neon signs glinted off wet pavements, yellow taxis sped through traffic, and people wandered into clubs and restaurants to unwind after a long day. A modest throng gathered inside a small karaoke parlor nestled between a late-night pizza place and a bookshop. Everyone had the same objective, whether they were frequent visitors or first-timers: to relax, laugh with friends, and sing a few songs. Nobody knew that anything remarkable was going to happen. It had been a lively but ordinary evening, according to those there. Pop songs were sung by a group of college students. A pair sang a poignant duet to commemorate a birthday. Applause, light-hearted cheering, and the reassuring cacophony of off-key high notes filled the room. Everyone felt free to be who they were in that kind of setting. The door then opened. At first, people didn't notice anything unusual. Two well-known individuals entered discreetly, wearing casual clothing and fitting in with the throng. But word got out fast. Some of the guests looked twice. There were whispers. Phones dropped in the middle of a discussion. Shortly after, it was evident that the arrivals were John Legend and Kelly Clarkson. The room appeared to pause for a moment. Then there was a commotion. The two celebrities greeted the crowd with easy smiles and easygoing confidence, rather than making a big entrance or requesting special treatment. They informed everyone that they were only there to have fun while waving and laughing. Witnesses said that before they went back to their coaching chairs on The Voice, Kelly quipped that they needed a little warm-up. John nodded in agreement and said that karaoke was the ideal way to relax. The atmosphere was immediately changed by their presence. An informal karaoke night took on an electrifying quality. Nevertheless, both performers had an approachable vibe that made the occasion feel surprisingly personal despite their widespread recognition. After being surprised at first, the host soon recovered and greeted them. Like everyone else, Kelly and John signed up for songs without any fanfare or preamble. They bided their time. They applauded other vocalists. They engaged in conversation with visitors and posed for brief pictures. The encounter was made even more remarkable by the feeling of normalcy. The gathering erupted in cheers when their names were eventually displayed on the screen. The first to step up was Clarkson. She picked a song that struck a mix between humor and power, took the microphone, and grinned at the audience. It was evident from the very first note that this was not your typical karaoke performance. Her voice filled the room with ease, smoothly transitioning between soaring high notes and gentle, heartfelt tones. However, her performance lacked the intensity of a concert in a stadium. Rather, she embraced the informal nature of karaoke, giggling in between verses and urging the crowd to join in. Those who arrived anticipating a normal evening ended up taking part in a mini-concert. While some people captured footage and sung along, the majority just stared in wonder. Listening to a professional vocalist via headphones or speakers is one thing. It's another to watch them perform flawlessly live in a small venue while standing a few feet away. The room erupted in cheers as the last chorus concluded. Kelly gave John a cheeky bow and motioned for him to come on stage next. John Legend walked calmly toward the microphone, as he always does. He chose a classic tune that let his voice shine because of his soft vocals and soulful delivery. Playful exuberance gave way to enthralled stillness as he started to sing. With every note reverberating vividly in the cramped room, his performance had an almost dramatic quality. Later, visitors called the encounter surreal. A sense of intimacy that is uncommon with musicians of that caliber was produced by hearing a voice that typically fills arenas reverberating through a comfortable karaoke room. John, however, remained laid back, occasionally grinning at the crowd and urging them to join in on the chorus. The whole room was standing by the time he was done. That was not the end of the night. John and Kelly made the decision to sing a duet. The crowd erupted in delight just from the announcement. They picked a well-known tune that let both vocals shine, and they easily harmonized and traded verses while sharing the microphone. In the relaxed karaoke environment, their chemistry, which the voice fans are already familiar with, felt even more organic. When they didn't understand a cue, they laughed. They invited the crowd to join in on the song. Everyone, including John, laughed as Kelly made a playful effort at a dramatic stage move and almost fell into a bar stool. In contrast to the meticulously staged performances frequently seen on television, the moment felt real and raw. They continued to interact with the audience throughout the evening. They applauded other singers, offered compliments, and created an environment where everyone felt included. The event was more than just watching superstars perform for a lot of guests. It was about giving people access to a happy, surprising moment. Quickly, word got out about the unexpected karaoke session. In just a few minutes, clips started to surface on social media. Videos of Kelly and John singing with regular New Yorkers had gone viral by the next morning. The artists' warmth and spontaneity were praised by fans worldwide, who responded with enthusiasm and admiration. The karaoke night felt like the ideal prelude for those looking forward to the upcoming season of The Voice. It demonstrated the coaches' friendship and mutual appreciation of music. More significantly, it demonstrated their sincere love of singing in all its manifestations, whether at a local pub or on a television stage. Kelly Clarkson has a reputation for being affable and enjoying impromptu performances. She has shocked admirers over the years by performing spontaneous songs in unexpected settings, such as public gatherings and radio studios. She has won over audiences all over the world with her readiness to enjoy the delight of singing without pretense. John Legend is also known for his genuineness and enthusiasm for music. He frequently highlights the pure delight of creating music, even though his flawless performances and award-winning career attest to his professionalism. The karaoke session was an excellent example of such